I'm muted, but can you guys hear me now? So sorry about the delay. I had technical difficulties getting live today. But we are going now. We're ready to go. Everything's okay. How are you doing, Neil Buljays? What's up? Santos Vergreen, when you start? Usually I start at 8 p.m., but today is a little bit later because I couldn't log in. Retzel, thank you so much for the support while I was down. I'm so happy to finally be able to start. Joanna Gutu, hi, welcome. Spacey, how's the hurricane? I mean, not how's the hurricane, how are you? Although there's a hurricane. I was worried. Santosh, hi. So chat is up to date. We are ready to go. Everything seems to be going okay now. Is my audio okay? We told, hi. Does Shilane still have power? That's good, Spacey. Are you working on anything while you're, like, are you gonna be off of work for a while? Okay, so I'm gonna go to document, new document. Let's just start slow. After all these troubles that I've been through. Gonna find my mesh, or rather my tool that I've been working on. Loud and clear. Thanks, Mike, for letting me know. Thanks, we told. Spacey, I think everyone who lost power around us has made the internet faster. Fast internet, what a dream. I used to have fast internet, but then Verizon decided that it was gonna give me a downgrade. I'm so happy I've been able to get live. Truly, truly happy. Alright, let's do this thing. So, oh. I've been working on and off on this turtle. It's called the Mata Mata turtle. And I think it's one of the most adorable derpy animals on the planet. And so, of course, it inspired me to get working on it. Let me pull up my references. Got some nice ref here. Let me reset PureRef because I changed some stuff about it. Canva or mode, always on top. Perfect. Spacey, when he turned off poly paint on his eyes, looked like he was shredding them. I didn't even notice it turned off poly paint. It's true, Space. It is very true. So today we're going to be working on the front legs and just this whole like front leg area. Gosh, I could hear myself there for a second. Everything's okay. My cat won't leave me alone. It's going good. And now he just hit his head on the table. So let me go here and I'm gonna go to the material and I'm gonna turn like the ambient occlusion down just a little bit because it's so in my face. I feel like I can't really work very well unless I do that for some pieces anyway. Maybe like even go to render, change some of the preview shadows, even though let's see if that helps at all. Tone it down just a little bit. That's too much. I'm Strength. Hi, how are you doing? Okay, so I like everything so far. Well, not everything, but I really don't like the texture that I put on the neck right there. I think I should take it out, but I don't remember. I have a mess of layers here. Oops, I clicked too many times. If everything's going okay. Bugarinos! It feels like it's been a long time. How are you doing? How are you doing in this wonderful life? Remember, I should really name my layers, right? Like, that would be really cool of me. Really nice and smart. That was the one. I'm gonna just turn that off. So now... How's it going? It's going good. It's going good, Bagirinos. It's been a long week, but I'm happy that it's almost done. I'm excited to be here, even though I had problems. It's just all around good times and hard work. So we are gonna focus on the little paws today, which is gonna be slightly challenging because I don't have good pictures of the claws. So we can figure that out together. I'm gonna add some wrinkles, this little like bigger scales, also like calluses, claws as well. All the way, or hopefully work up to the shoulder area, work up like around here as well. And the next sprints, let's work on the shell, turtle shell. I'm excited for the turtle shell. Luísa Alberto Padilha, hello Ana, boa noite, povo estrangeiro. Matheus, boa noite, povo estrangeiro. Boa noite, Matheus, tudo bem? How are you guys doing, Luís? Yeah, I've got a sub new opening for catching you online. Ooh, how exciting is that? I'm just working a little at nighttime because it seems that it's impossible to concentrate in that time. I feel a little bit the same, but like I have to during the day because of the job, but otherwise like I'm like passing out every day. Any wrinkles you use alpha? I used some alphas for some parts. So like I used, for example, alphas for the bumps, little bumps. I used alpha for, it's like a skin texture that I used right here on these little dangly bits. You can kind of see it right there. I used an alpha for that. I used a VDM for these edges, which needs some refining, I think. These edges. Alpha for these little dots that go along the top. Right here, but not for the wrinkles. I think most of the wrinkles I did using clay buildup, just like really fast in lower subdivisions, and then using what's did I use? Just Damian standards. For now, I feel like I will use I'll definitely use some alphas in the future, like throughout this process. Greetings, I feel like a vampire and I try my best to work during the day, but there's no way. I always end doing most of the work during the night. When I was in college, I used to be exactly like that, but it just was because, personally me, I was just kind of procrastinating all the time. And like the nighttime is like the last moment you can possibly procrastinate. So, oh, wait, let me check to see if its symmetry is on. Whew, it is, thank God. So I'm gonna start by smoothing out some of the roughness from when I was working on this. Not there though. I think that'll come in handy actually for when I'm doing the wrinkles. But I actually worked on this with like Dynamesh, you know, and just there's a lot of like roughness that made it through. I need to fix the fact that the legs don't end like on the same level. But you know, there's too many distractions that day and so hot. Where do you live? That's so hot. And strength, no problem. So he seems so happy to see this guy's goofy smile. I know, right? Doesn't it make you feel better? I'm gonna take all the ones that have little foot on them and put them down here. That way I won't have to look around for reference much longer. Oh look. See, I feel like these feet are way clearer, like you can see the little different toes and stuff, whereas this one is just like blop. Bugarinas, you live in Spain. Oh. Victorão! Hi, how are you doing? How are you doing? Just browse around for pictures. Gosh, this coloring is really pretty, actually. I should do that one for the final. There's a... Oh, see, that's a good one of pause. There we are. I think the pause I've made don't really work as well as I was hoping. Let's find out. Okay, I think that's enough pause. Niranjan. Hi, how are you doing? Is that how you say your name? Niranjan? Goodness, at least the weather is being cooler these days. I still prefer winter for work. Interesting. Either way, I prefer like air conditioning when I work. So a little bit more smoothing. That face just pops up sometimes. Okay, so I know something I want to do before I get too deep into this. I want to just do a quick little screenshot of the face to replace that one up there. Let's replace that with more current version. In case you want to know how to do like a character sheets, which is like a better way to take screenshots to show a client or whatever, you can go to Documents, ZapLink Properties, and you can choose one of these views. So you can save views. I'm gonna click custom one, and that's gonna be my custom one view. Make character sheet, and it's gonna open up Photoshop. Dahlan, thank you. Niranjan, yes, that's how I say it. Tom Potter. Hi. So I'm gonna take the background out. You'll see here that when it comes to Photoshop, it's gonna have two layers, one for the model itself and one for the background. So this is very handy for, you know, if you want to switch out the background, paint on the model, whatever. So let me go ahead and file save this. Figure out where I put the last one. I wish I remembered. There it is, Turtle Whip. Hopefully if I save this, yes, replace. Okay, there it is, it auto-replaced, yes! Okay, I'm done with this part. It's very cold here in my house today. Oh, you know what I did wrong? I took a screenshot without the highest resolution on, but you know, it's so small that I'm gonna let that slide for now. Okay, we got a little pause going on. Maybe I'll add these wrinkles as well. Wrong subtool. Ever wonder why like your thing, your brush doesn't seem to take effect? I do that all the time where I'm like, gosh, why isn't this smoothing? And it's just the wrong subtool this whole time. Mustache, hi, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. So I'm gonna just dig in these like web parts a little bit deeper. Make them stand out a little bit more. And turn down smoothing intensity by pressing space and holding, and then pressing shift. And then you can change all these things for smoothing if you do that. I changed some audio settings, and I'm really liking the way the audio is today. I did the noise gate, so that's when I'm not talking, you can't hear anything, and I think I finally might have nailed it. Do you guys like turtles? I used to have a tortoise whenever I was a kid that a friend got me for like going with her to the bathroom in kindergarten. I had this friend and she was like, "Can you come with me to the bathroom? I don't want to go alone." And I was like, "Not really." And she was like, "I'll give you a surprise gift." And I was like, "Okay." And then like a week later, I had already forgotten, her mom comes to school early with like a shoebox. And she's like, "Here's your gift." And it was a turtle. And I'm surprised that my parents let me keep it. Nice. Thanks. Oh. By the way, if that ever happens to you, it's because you pressed V. V will flip the selected colors. Oh, speaking of that, I just noticed that I'm using my custom UI. Would you guys prefer it if I switched over to the standard UI so that you can follow along better in case that's something you're interested in doing? Please let me know in chat. Gosh, give me a second, I'm gonna turn off this fan, it's super, super cold. The Flying Ninja, I see you're talking to me on my own channel. How are you doing? More Dan. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Pixelogic channel, guys. Are any of you guys going to the ZBrush summits this year? I really wish I was going. Like, I'm kind of like not secretly, very jealous of people that are going. Next year, I'm definitely gonna go. Adding some more texture back. Karu Kambu. Hi, another Carolina here. Is that a personal project you're doing? Yes, it is a personal project. It's a mata turtle. It's a glorious, very funny looking kind of turtle. Hopefully for my portfolio at some points. Been just like kind of in a very like laid back way working on it on and off. But now I'm starting to get more interested in it, so I'm probably gonna push it a little bit longer. But it's so good to see another Carolina. How do you say your name? Eduardo Mendes. Hi Carolina, first stream watching your work. Greetings from Mexico. Hi! Hi from Mexico. Hi from Texas. What you up to? Are any of you guys watching, working on something today in ZBrush? Or just in general, like 3D or artistic related? Let me know, I'm curious. Look, Seth. Hi. It's nice seeing you too. Look, Seth, can I show you maybe the model? Sure. You can send it to me though, privately on the DM or something. Not the Pixologic DM, my own DM, perhaps. I'll put something in chat so that you can see my name and then message me. Hi. I'm just gonna post hi in chat. More than I'm getting ready to go back to university in 2 days' time. I'm studying graphic design. I'm really looking forward to the symbols and branding subject. More than that's probably the part of graphic design that interests me the most. How to kind of like how to convey the most while like kind of doing the least. I don't know, like not in a lazy way, just like what colors and shapes convey certain things and emotions and rules even, you know? If there's something I think that I'm like at a deficiency for, it's like graphic design skills. I was almost a graphic designer. I actually got into college for graphic design and then like kind of changed my mind. If I had stayed in my home country, I would have definitely taken graphic design. Maybe I'd be a graphic design streamer now. I'm gonna turn the focal shift down a little bit so that I don't create as many like mark ridges. See, when I turn the focal shift down, it becomes more curvy as opposed to focal shift high where it's like it changes the fall off basically of the alpha. This one's softer. This one's more square. So I don't want to have to clean up. I love the square look, but I don't want to have to clean that up. Because if you're going for realism, you probably don't want brush strokes all over your model. Maybe you do. But, you know, usually people don't, and animals don't have brush strokes all over them. If finally a good live show that I can watch. If welcome. I'm glad you like it. More than, it's a big change for me. Until about 3 years ago, I was a chef for 11 years. Oh my god. And what made you want to change? Tell us about your story, your path. I'd like to know more. I wonder if I'm gonna like one day just be like, you know, time to change careers. It's very possible, actually. You know, life is short. Droids. I'm a old school sculptor and I learned how to use ZBrush. I make a few creatures, a female rhino. What are you doing? What are you doing? Great. Thank you, Droids. How did you like doing your rhino? Was it easy to adapt into sculpting? Trying to decide here if I like this look. I think it's too white. So, like sometimes when the model is too white, it's like I can't tell like what's what. You know, it's just there's no contrast. I just wanted to add like some overarching. I don't know if that's the proper word for this. Wrinkles before I go in with anything. Give it more definition. My goal right now. Using reference. There's like a bigger bump. So I'll add that. Also digging in the fingernail area a little bit more so that when we add the fingernail, it really stands out. Logan says he needed this chilling stream. I needed it too. It's good. It's a good little way to close out the week. You know, I've worked so hard. It's had a long week. I'm sure a lot of you guys relate. Worked really hard. Went like school. If you guys go to school, just lots of work, and so little things like this really kind of pick up my attitude a little bit more, so that I can cope with the day. I love streaming. I love talking to you guys. Japjeev, love your streams. Keep up the good work. Japjeev, thank you so much. That's so kind of you to say. So you've watched more of them? It's so exciting. Yeah, I still feel like I'm new at streaming, even though I've been doing it for almost a year. Almost a full year, guys. I guess I'm no longer new. It's just that imposter syndrome, I guess, a little bit, you know. Evil Carnage YouTube. I have no idea what you're talking about. Feel free to elaborate if you want to. Yeah. I'm just adding it a little bit in the finish, and I'm trying to pick up my workflow pace a little bit more. I'm like starting to become painfully aware. I'm starting to become painfully aware of like that how, you know, all the ways that my workflow could be improved by, you know, just me being faster. I feel like I'm a very careful worker, and it takes too long to do things that that other streamers or other artists would just like fly past. So I'm trying to like be more mindful of the way I use my time when I'm in ZBrush. Japadev, yeah, I am myself a 3D trainer, and every morning I just hop up to the channel and watch almost daily. That's really cool. I did the same thing. I watch this channel almost daily. I'm so happy you like it. I'm gonna go ahead and just mask this by itself. I thought my phone was ringing, but it was just the music. He looks like a little baby's hand wearing like a latex glove that has like all the fingers just connected. Evilix tablet used. I used the Wacom tablets, Wacom Intuos tablets, Art Medium. So it's one of the cheap ones you can buy anywhere. Not fancy at all, about $120. I recommend it. I like it a lot. I like it more than Cintiq's. I have a Cintiq and I don't use it. And I use this one instead. Gotta go ahead and already start saving. It's a good idea to start saving as soon as you start working, basically. I always back up out of the art, and no matter what I'm doing, 3D, 2D, graphic design, whatever, always back up and look at it like from far away, up close, far away, different angles, especially if you're in 3D, you gotta look at all the angles. Because you can give yourself some very unpleasant surprises if you don't look from every angle and from far away. Evo Carnegie, have a good night. Lamps and antiques are so expensive too. They are expensive, and honestly, you can get just as much work done just as well using just a normal tablet. Harry, hi there, can I know your PC specs and what pen tablet you're using? Let me get that information for you. I have it written down. I'm gonna post the information for my computer in the chat in YouTube for you to read. Oh, it's too long. Okay, so I took some parts of it out that it could fit, so I'm actually gonna have to do 2 messages. There, it's in chats in YouTube, my computer specs. And could you share how you added the reference photos? Thanks. No problem, Mike. This is PureRef. P-U-R-E-R-E-F. It's a software that you can use for reference. It's free, or rather, you can donate as much as you want to pay for it. And yeah, you can just drag pictures directly from the browser into it here, and it saves reference boards for you, and it stays on top of whatever program you're using. It's pretty damn nice. And do Android, wow, your Instagram is full of awesomeness. Since when do you use ZBrush? About 4 years, but I stopped for a year last year. I've been getting back into it while streaming it. Well, not right now. I got back into it already. Mike, thanks for checking it out. Awesome. Yeah. Yes, check it out. It's very, very cool. Guys, if you enjoy the stream, please make sure to follow the Pixelogic channel. The Pixelogic, there's like thousands of artists. Okay, not thousands. There's many artists that come on this channel every day to stream their ZBrush work. So please feel free to follow us. I do have some links of my own channel and my own social media in case you want to find me. Give me a follow there in case you like the stream and whatnot. I'm posting the links in chats. Also, my usernames are all right there. Wait, let me just right here. So you can, if you want to follow me on or find me on ArtStation, where my portfolio lives, even though I threw away most of my portfolio. I have my own Twitch channel where I stream by myself for 3 times a week, doing ZBrush and a few other stuff, like, you know, usually like taking 2D and drawing and stuff like that. Ref, what's the program called again? I'm sorry. It's called Pure Ref. P-U-R-E-R-E-F. More than, I never really find many streamers doing specifically graphic design, which is a shame. You should do it yourself. That would be fun. Yes, that's how you spell it. Droids. More than the turtle really does have a funny face. What kind of turtle is it again? It's a mata turtle. It's so cute. Don't worry about all of this mess. We will fix it slowly. It's all a matter of time now. Right now, where are you working? I'm working at a small VR studio, making serious games for like corporate usage for training, security, things like that. I should probably introduce myself, right? Like, I ended up like, you know, losing my rhythm because I had troubles starting the stream, but my name is Ana Carolina. I'm from Brazil, so I speak Portuguese and English. I live in Texas right now. I am a 3D technical artist professionally. I focus on, you know, getting VR experiences up and running, lots of Unreal Engine, everything that I do is game ready. And I do a lot of character arts, like a lot of it. And whenever I do it, I love ZBrush. It's just the best thing on the planet. And anyway, I don't know if I like what I'm doing right now. I've always focused on serious games and kind of like serious applications for 3D arts. When I was in college, I did an internship at NASA, making, you know, 3D replicas of astronauts' gear for renders and stuff like that. It wasn't game specific. And then I worked at a company that did like mobile VR games and simulations for cancer patients, both children and adults. And then I And then I got a job working at a company that does more like 3D VR, like PC VR training for companies and individuals, just for like safety, you know, like what would you do in this situation? You gotta learn how to do it now so that you can like heighten your chances of getting out. And yeah, I'm a technical artist. I do like lots of like different stuff when it comes to 3D. Lately, I've been creating a NPC generator in which you can generate NPCs. Obviously, wow. In which you can generate NPCs and they can have like different facial shapes that all blend together, and body types and different clothes and hair, skin colors, like that's what I've been working on for like the past 2 months. It's been a very exciting project. I had to learn a lot for it. Before I sucked at rigging, now I suck a little bit less. I gotta say, I've been sculpting like the different like ethnic groups and everything that I can do to make them more diverse. I gotta say that's kind of hard, right? Like creating completely different faces from one another. Eduardo, tell me, Anna, do you by chance make sculpture in real with clay, sculpt, or plasticine? Not really, Eduardo. I've done it before. I've done it once or twice, but it's really not my thing. Really not my thing. Lam Nyen, how long have you been in the industry? About 2 years. I only graduated from college about in 2016. I think it's been 3 years now. Wow, time went by. Who would have thought the time goes by? Don't even notice it. Did you see the Pokemon challenge in Discord? No, no, I have not. What was it? Is it on the Pixelogic Discord? Check it out. If Discord opens, I'm having a problem where Discord doesn't want to open on my computer. Magmag, long time no see. Whereas Anna has devoted herself to serious uses for 3D art, Magmag devotes himself to absurd uses of 3D art. I've currently spent 10k of my own money to 3D print tiny fake mustaches and attach them to every chipmunk on the planet. I'll take donations to make this dream a reality. Hilarious. How have you been? How's your project coming along? Is it done? Oh nice, working for NASA sounds amazing. I think we're at the same age then. Graduated from college in 2016 as well. Maybe we are. Are you 23 as well? I am 23. I feel like I'm at a really weird spot age-wise. Like I feel too young. Like I'm not old enough to like demand certain things or to do certain things. But I know that's all just in my head. Sugar Cookie Burger. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Man, what a mess I've made. Let's take that off. Start again. Bigger maybe this time. I'm using the pinch brush to like clean up some of these like kind of ugly Damien like fat Damiens, that's what I call them. Fat Damien lines. Slowly we're gonna refine this thing until it looks nicer. Promise. Spacey, in an hour and a half I'll be 25. Oh my god, Spacey, you're gonna be old. Just kidding. I'm so excited. Let us know, because then in an hour and a half I'll say happy birthday. That will be exactly at 11. Maybe you'll be sleeping already. Galicia, Ana, você acha que Substance Painter é bom digitalizador para fazer cabelos para jogos? Não acho ruim, porém, eu sei que o método mais usado, mais profissional do momento é usar XGen do Maya pra criar a textura do Hair Cards. E, tipo... talvez com um pouquinho de Substance Painter pra dar as cores e brilho e tal. Mas Substance Painter também é bom. Oh, still using pinch. I'm like, why does this not work? Like, Mug, you seems like you've gotten yourself a great match. Do you know any more that are single? I want one. Detono, Torretas. Do you use any custom brushes or mainly what ZBrush has? I use mainly what ZBrush has. I make alphas and I make insert mesh brushes and like VDM brushes, vector displacement mesh brushes, but that's about it. I've been looking to use the orb brush, but I have never bothered to like download it again. Like I used to use it in college. Chapter G is challenged by Roman Chaliak, not by Pixelogic. But where is it? Where does it live, this challenge? Sugar Cookie, thank you. Why Maple, thank you so much as well. Eduardo, Anna, when you finish this tortoise colored here or in another program like Keyshots, I would not color in Keyshot myself. I would color half here and half in Substance Painter. I think I already have like a pre-colored version. I'm not gonna change the color scheme though. Yeah, I'm gonna use Substance Painter to... I'm gonna use poly paints to create a base, like, and choose the colors I want. But then I'm gonna use Substance Painter to make the little details and stuff. I wish that was like that. Well, not really, it's kind of mean, but also nice. Edward, thank you. I went for like a cheerful looking poly paints, but I don't know if it works overall. let's create the nails because I don't know, the lack of nails worries me. I'm just gonna go for insert primitives. Lower polysphere. Just rotate it. Oh, if you ever are trying to scale something and this happens where like it just goes crazy all over the place, all you have to do is go to transform and turn on local symmetry right here, LSIM, and you should be able to scale now without that happening ever again. Ooh. I'm gonna take the pinch and just give it a little pinch. Like a manicure. It's so cute. It out a little bit. Let's find other angles to see how these are shaped. I think they're shaped like normal claws, or just go like in a C shape almost. Downwards. Yeah, the lack of nails very worrying thing. The French Revolution started over deep-rooted worry about the lack of nails. Alejandro, no, I don't speak Spanish. No hablo español. Português. Mari plus Arnold would be awesome for this stuff. I know, right? I still have to learn Mari myself. Why, Maple? Anna, any tips on modeling clothes? Yes, Maple. Learn a program called Marvelous Designer and use it in conjunction with ZBrush. So basically, like, it's a program that simulates clothes for you. It's amazing. You can like make the pattern for the clothes like a seamstress would, like somebody who sews clothes, and it will simulate for you, and it's so good. And that's the industry standard right now for clothes. Rename cards. Did I miss something? Yes. I don't know if you're going for a game type workflow. Yes, I am. I definitely basically only do game workflows in my life because I'm like very focused on game art. Very specialized. Alright, now let's copy this little bastard. Black Widow. Gotcha to Substance to Marmoset. Yes, Substance to Marmosets. So I do like ZBrush first, and then some Maya for retopping. Motor. So I'm gonna try retopping with unwrapping with Maya, the next thing I make, but I am really fast at retopping with Moto. So like I probably won't change my workflow. But I was thinking like the less softwares like Moto and Maya, you know, they're interchangeable, so I shouldn't use both. That was just my thought process. I wanted to. I've never unwrapped anything with Maya, but I'm really fast at unwrapping with Moto. I can do like a whole unwrap in like 20 minutes. I don't know. Maybe that's normal. Maybe I'm just like full of myself. So I would unwrap in Moto or Maya, and then I would texture and substance design. Bake in Marmoset. Lately it's all about what's happening. It's all about that Marmoset bake. And then, by the way, to copy, it's control and drag if you have like, and it will copy the unmasked part object. Baking marmoset, because that baking is real cool on there. Like you can real-time paint the mistakes away. It's like mistakes. There are no mistakes in here. No rendering issues, no normal map failures. Everything's good in this world. And then texture in Substance Painter, and then render in Marmoset or Unreal. I like the way this manicure is looking. Got some stiletto nails going on. I recently learned what those were. Alright, that's looking about as right as it's gonna get for the nails. Guys, I need to go take like a 5-second break. I need separates when I come back. Oh no. Oh no. What did I do? Goodness. Can you tell that a mistake has been made? Okay, when I come back, we will fix the mistake and we will keep going. Till then, enjoy this turtle. Oh my god. Oh, and once again, oh my god. Look at this. It'll take 2 minutes for me to come back, okay? Feel free to wait for me, please. I was saying that I saw like a face come up on the stream. Did anybody else see that? Let me know while I come back. Yeah, there it is. I wonder what that is. Ghosts for sure. Do you guys see it? I sure didn't set that up. Exlogic has a Giphy plugin installed. And when does it come up? Alright, I'll be right back. welcome back. Sorry for all that sound. All these crazy noises all around. Okay, so that was the mystery. They had a plugin installed. Was that it? I was very worried for a second. I was like, did I get hacked? Your name card sounds epic. Can't wait to see it rendered. Same. It is a Mutants. What engine would you recommend for portfolio renders? Marmoset, Keyshot, Iray, Arnold, Ghosts for sure. Liskar, it depends on if you want to do what you want to. What is your work for? Is it for games or for movies or for concept art? Because it all has different like recommendations. If you're doing games, I'd recommend doing Marmoset Toolbag. In Marmoset, you're gonna get like one of the best renders. But it's pretty cool to also show that you can get it working, get your things working inside an engine itself. So maybe both, but definitely Marmoset. If you're doing stuff for movies, you can definitely use like Arnold and what it's talking about. Keyshot. Hey, cute. You like the turtle? Thank you for liking the turtle. I was gonna do something. Yes, I was gonna fix the double leg situation. Oh, bless you. That was my cat. Gosh. I'm gonna split master points. So now we have a subtool that just has the double legs on it, and you'll notice that they're the same polygroup, so that's gonna be a problem unless we simply go here in polygroups, auto groups, and now we can select them separately and take them out one by one. Oops. I don't actually know which ones are supposed to stay and which ones are supposed to go. Shoot. We'll figure it out later. I think the wide ones are not supposed to stay. Let's just split master points. Okay. Now let's just delete that. Okay. Goodbye, extra legs. We're back to business, guys. I feel way better about it now that I have claws in there. So the next move is to keep working on the little fingers. Guys, do you call these fingers or toes? Let's start a poll. It'll probably help to select the subtool you want to work on, as usual. Oh, thanks, Vigarinos. I appreciate that. I always forget to take that off. I appreciate it. Nubans? Instead of toes or fingers? I've never heard that word before. Let's just call them that. Nubans. Is that the proper term? Or just a random term? Toes. You know it's a proper term. No, it's not a proper term. Oh, okay. But I'll vote for it to be. Let's start a worldwide petition right now to call turtle toes move movements? Nubins. See? It's hard enough to remember, so people won't be mad. All these different things look so weird without scales on them. Look at that dainty paw. Luiz Henrique, tudo bem? Vinícius, tudo bem? Greetings, oh my god, it seems I got a problem with my Windows installation and got some random blue screen sometimes. I should format the disk before solving it, but it means reinstalling all the stuff again, which is basically losing any project somewhere. Oh, that's terribly frightening. I've had to do that before. Like, reinstalling, like, all 3D software is the worst. That's why I didn't have Photoshop for a year. I just kept kind of procrastinating putting it back in. My old computer died a little bit when I uninstalled, what was it? I uninstalled Visual Studio 2015 and my whole computer just got destroyed. Hey cubes, and I'm out as fast as I came by. I'll see you again soon. Have a great stream. This looks awesome. Thank you, hey cubes. I'm glad you like it. I can't wait to see it done myself, because I think it'll be something a little bit different than what I usually make. So even though it's still animals and everything I make seems to be animals this year, the animal year. Like I'm accidentally making the Chinese zodiac. Kandu, hi. Only kinda sorta. I've been obsessed with lurking here, watching people work for like a week now. I have been there. I do this all the time. I lurk on the Pixologic channel like semi-professionally. So I totally understand you. Jim, how long have you been working with the software? About 4 years, Jim. 4 years or so. Oh, Pixologic Facebook is back on. Hi, Facebook people. How you doing? Bantha Voodoo. How do you clip the image to the upper right corner like that? Is that OBS? It's OBS. It's you mean the top left corner? This right here? The turtle. All I did was get a Zaplink like character sheets from ZBrush, make it transparent, and then import it into OBS. So it's no fancy, nothing fancy or anything. Renzo, Renzo. Olá, gracias. Vinícius, você sabe quais são os requisitos para fazer parte do streaming do Pixelogic? Não tem requisitos, é só você se aplicar e eles vão dizer sim ou não. Caso eles estejam procurando, vai estar aqui no Twitch. Você tem que entrar no Twitch do Pixelogic, vai ter um linkzinho na parte de baixo, escrito Apply Now, e você aperta e você se aplica. Porém, não tem nenhum requisito formal, só que eles querem, claro, pessoas que usam ZBrush e que... E no, tipo assim, no mundo ideal, a pessoa também já sabe fazer stream, já faz stream há um tempo, tá acostumada a falar ao vivo. Goodness, yeah, pre-installing all the 3D software seems like it take forever. Damn, why do 3D artists use so much programs? It's because every program has like a couple things that they're really good at that we want. Because our life is already so difficult, we need all the help we can get. 3D art is no joke, man. How long did it take you for it to be comfortable with it? So I started getting comfortable at around 2 weeks, and I started feeling like actually comfortable at like 1 month. Even Ross, hi! Bantha Vent Voodoo, I thought I missed it out on some new feature. No. But, you know, did you know this feature? You can take like a screenshot. Let me save, because sometimes it breaks. You can take like in ZBrush screenshots of your mesh, right, by clicking Shift S. And then you can move, bam. And like a lot of people use that if they're streaming or whatever to keep like a version of their mesh. So it's Shift S. Ooh, there's another one. This is how you crash a program, guys. Don't do this. Don't do this at home. To clear that, you just do Control N. Have you ever exported digital builds to a 3D printer? Not myself. I've had other people print for me, but I've printed somebody else's work before, and I've had other people print my work before, but I've never printed my own work before. Look at it, it's kind of relaxing and even motivating too, right? That's kind of how I feel about these. I like UV. Did I miss a lot of chat? No, I didn't. I like UV and Maya, Retopo, Topogun, and Sculpt and ZBrush, and then Maya again. You should try UV and Maya. Their new quad draw features are pretty nice, except they start to lag sometimes. I think like that's the only thing that's keeping it from perfection, kind of thing. It's even faster than Topogun. Well, if it didn't lag. Right, my eyes. That didn't help much though. Do you dial in the void space for 3D printing? I have no idea. Is that the stuff that goes inside the 3D print? Antes de ZBrush você fazia escultura tradicional? Não, não fazia. Nem um pouquinho. Não gosto muito de escultura tradicional. Não é pra mim. Oops, I think I'm about to crash ZBrush. It's okay, we saved recently. The way to really avoid stress is just save often. Sorry about my messy desktop. It's where I've been exporting my marmoset renders for some crazy reason. Like a psycho. Wega, I've gone into Z modeling, seeing if I can replace Maya. I can't wait to get more into Z modeling. I haven't done it in a very long. So messy. It's been a long week for me. Aziel, hi! ZBrush, it happens, guys. Especially after you take that many screenshots like I did. It's like the sentence. But you know, one screenshot is fine. Gastone, hi! What's your rig stats? Jim, let me find it for you. Intel Core i7, GeForce GTX 1080 Ti graphics card, Corsair Vengeance 32 gigabytes, Samsung 960 Evo series 1 terabyte hard drive, another 4 terabyte hard drive, a cooler Hydro Series H801. I don't have my glasses on, this is difficult. I don't know that much about computers, even though I built this myself. I built this with people, so like they just told me where to put things, and it kind of just ordered the parts for me. I just told them to like juice it up as much as they could. Damn, Blinko, long time no see. How's the baby? It's good to see you here. Edward, thank you so much for sending it on Instagram. 1080 Ti for the win. I know, right? It was expensive. Sorry, that was my neck. I gotta. So I ordered all the parts for my computer on Cyber Monday. This is a $4,000 worth computer, but I paid only $2,000 for it. A little bit over $2,000. Because if you wait until Cyber Monday, all the parts on the internet are on sale. Like crazy. So I just kind of like waited and was able to save a ton of money. So like, you know, I have a bitching computer basically for the price of like a lesser computer. Thomas Olsen, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was gonna do something with the arts. I had an idea, but then I forgot the idea. Isn't that exciting? John had to go to nice. I need to get a new computer, but it's not going to happen for another couple of months. Wait for Cyber Monday. Seriously, it's coming up. It's in November. Right? Trust me on this one. I even bought the monitor for like 60% of the price. one other monitor, and it's like a 4K monitor. But honestly, like I can justify this because it is kind of like 3D art is my source of income for my life. So it kind of pays off itself, you know. I'll get my TI this year, no Bitcoins this year. Oh, yes. I thought you meant like, no Bitcoins for me. Gustavo, boa noite, Ana. Tenho uma dúvida. Quero entrar no mundo dos 3D. Primeiro na escultura. Tem algum curso ou vídeos pra começar? Obrigada. Sim, Gustavo, eu recomendo vídeo chamado... uma série de filmes criada pela Pixelogic chamado ZBrush Classroom, ou Z Classroom, eu não lembro exatamente qual é o nome. E também pesquisa no YouTube Michael Pavlovich. Ele faz, assim, uma série desde o início para iniciantes mesmo, assim, tipo, calma. Do 0 a 80, tipo... E eu recomendo, tá no YouTube. Thank you. Jesse, hey, looking awesome. I'm an artist at Weta Workshop and appreciate your design sense. Love the cute little smile he's got going on. Oh, thank you, Jesse. Barat? I appreciate that. Does that mean you live in New Zealand? Let's smooth these like brush strokes out from earlier in the process. Not too much though. I since we crashed ZBrush, I actually had to go back, turn down the intensity for the smooth down. Sasha, what do you mean by income? Are you a full-time 3D artist at a studio, freelance, or is your income generated by streaming? Income is a little bit of everything for me. But my main income is from studio. So I have another computer at the studio. But I have done some freelancing on this computer, and I do all my streaming on this computer, which has like accidentally become a source of income for me too. So a little bit of everything. All of the above. Jesse sure does. What's it like? So like, I am a very touristy person, and one of my dream places to go is the very, very like stereotypical Hobbit village. Maybe I'll go if I ever get married. I'll go on my honeymoon. I do that a lot sometimes. I start too far out and just spin the model instead of getting a line in. Let's play spin the model. That's actually a really good idea for like my own channel. Guys, by the way, I have my own Twitch channel in which I stream 3 times a week. Usually ZBrush, but 3D in general. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would give that a follow in case you want to catch my stream more often. It's right there in the overlay, Anna Carolina Art. Make this turtle awesome like that in God of War. I saw that turtle. I saw it on an art station. I was like, it looks like my turtle. Except it's badass and huge and it has a tree on it. Let me post my links, guys, on all the different chats. Feel free to like follow me on social media if you want updates, or if you want to catch up with me, send me questions, comments. I answer those, especially questions. I would just really appreciate it. So, oh, there it is. YouTube. And of course, in case you want to watch my own stream, but if you're enjoying the stream, make sure to follow the Pixelogic channel wherever you're watching from, because I'm one of many artists that stream on here. So if you like 3D art, this is the place to be right now. I love Hobbit villages. Me too. Me too. Why Maple? I don't know which studio you work for, games or film. I work for VR games. VR games all the way. V Hirata, can you tell a little bit about your life story? When did you move out of Brazil? I moved, shoot. Sorry, I keep getting distracted, but I just noticed that I'm doing something wrong. I do the wrong things a lot. Fix that real quick. I moved out of Brazil 5 years ago because my mom, she works for a multinational oil and gas company. Oh no, I did another thing. International oil and gas company. I got extremely lucky. So as a kid, my dream was to go to college in the United States, and I had never I had been to the United States, but I had never really lived here. I had lived in Holland before and London. I lived in Europe for like 5 years before this, but then I moved back to Brazil, and I used to hope and wish that I could go to college in the United States and just like really hope for it. It was like my dream. But this was around when I was 14, 15, and so I finished high school and I had forgotten about that dream. I forgot about it and I just worked hard so that I could get into college in Brazil. And I did get into college in Brazil, but like the week that I found out that I got into college in Brazil, my mom was like, by the way, we're getting relocated to Houston, Texas. And I was like, I've never heard of that city. Is that where the cowboys live? And she's like, maybe, I don't know. So we moved here and I went to game art and design school. In Brazil, I was gonna go to graphic design. There weren't as many options as there were here. But, you know, I knew that I wanted to be in the game industry. So it really opened a lot of doors for me. I got like extremely lucky and blessed with that. And while I was in college, you know, I was gonna go for 2D concept art because I've been drawing since I was born, basically. But then I found out about ZBrush and about character arts, and I was like, where has this been all my life? Like, yes, please, let's do it. You know, like this was, for me, it was just everything. Like, I just felt so at home doing character art in ZBrush. And so I switched over to wanting to be a character artist. But then I switched over again to wanting to become a technical artist, and that's what I am right now. So I worked with, since I live in Houston, I ended up kind of having a lot of push towards doing more serious stuff, like serious games and whatnot. So while I was saying before, while I was in college, I did an internship at NASA doing like 3D recreations of like, I was about to say cowboy gear. No, I worked at NASA doing astronauts gear. Different thing. Maybe I'm just have like Toy Story on the brain. And let me turn down that focus shift. Yeah, it just, that's kind of how I ended up here. I did some other like serious VR games for cancer patients and stuff like that. Now I do like general training, usually for corporations and stuff like that. I love it, and I'm a technical artist. I deal a lot with it's a little bit of everything, like some rigging, some coding a little bit. I'm not a coder, but I have to do some stuff like that. Lots of like Unreal Engine work. Sandra Ramos, como vai? Boa noite. Rename card, VR sounds cool. VR is very interesting. I can't wait to see where it goes, because right now it's like very limited, and like its reach is very limited, you know? Jesse, it's awesome. New Zealand is great. Awesome food, beautiful country, etc. You should come. Hobbit Village is good, but the workshop tour is boss. If you're ever around, give me a shout out. I'll organize a tour for you. That's so cool. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to make this happen. Jesse, can you add me on like Instagram so that I can do it? Cool. Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Feral, olá, esse é um trabalho pessoal, um trabalho para minha própria portfólio. Eduard, is there any creature that you consider a modeling challenge? Yeah, every creature, but especially humans. I believe that humans are the most difficult thing to sculpt because of the uncanny valley. We as humans, we are so in tune to what humans are supposed to look like, right? So if I make a little mistake on this Mata turtle, nobody's gonna know because they don't see Mata turtles every day, and even if they did, they don't see it as like 800,000 times a day. It becomes ingrained in our brain what a human's supposed to look like. So when you make a human, you're up against much higher odds, like in higher standards. So I'd say humans are the challenge, you know, especially faces. 3D art is awesome. Oil and gas, not so much. It really not. I'm trying to stay away from oil and gas as much as possible. Like, I don't want to work for oil and gas. I still haven't. Good. After this job, I'm probably gonna go for, like, try to go for AAA. Vads, you've missed so much. Thank you so much for the compliments. Jesse, 100%. Sorry guys, I had to take a moment to catch up because I'm like a slightly OCD streamer where when chat gets too fast for me and I lose track, I start getting like jittery. I'm like, oh no, I have to catch back up. Better stop what I'm doing. Catch up to chat. So right now, this looks super awkward because it's not gonna look right until I add scales and texture. It's just not. It's a lesson I learned very early on doing a crocodile. Eduardroids, a great answer. Thanks. I'm glad you like my answer. That's what I live for. A little bit bumpy for my likings. Like, I like to keep my models as clean as possible, so I'm not very happy with it. But you know, kind of how it's gonna have to go for now. I'm gonna make these lines a little bit. Jim, sorry, the browser crashed. Can you repeat what you said about my question about Star Citizen? There was a Star Citizen question. Did I already answer it? Can you repeat the question, please? Mel, what is it? It's a mata turtle. It's the coolest, most cheerful type of turtle in the world. It's probably secretly evil. I call it good vibe turtle. The people on my personal stream call it Herbert the Pervert. Vladval, for humans, I mean Vad. For humans, take course like Scott Eaton's courses. Oh, I haven't yet. Should I? Because I'm looking for some courses. But first, I'm gonna have to like invest in my technical parts. I need to learn, like right now, I need to learn Houdini. I gotta learn Houdini and learn procedural modeling. Like, procedural modeling is the future and I want to be there early kind of thing. I recommend that you guys, if you do like hard surface and stuff, especially, highly recommend learning Houdini. Might be a good investment in your future. Plus it will set you apart. Because I don't know if you guys have seen it, but like in Houdini you can do procedural models, like create, like, I don't even know how to explain it, like create parts of the whole almost as if it's modular, and then like procedurally, like programmatically create like 1,000 variations of like houses or trees or whatever. So exciting. Thomas, if you want to just tell us about your time at NASA while you sculpt, you can ignore everyone else's questions. Sure, okay. So my time at NASA was a very interesting time. I think it's when I started, it's what like turned me on to the world. It's like when I started becoming a responsible, more professional artist. For sure, absolutely. But it was also one of the most difficult times in my life. When I was working like with NASA, I was like not sleeping at all and, you know, skipping meals. I was a piece of trash, like of a human. Like what was left of me was nothing anymore. Make sure you don't overwork, guys. It doesn't pay off in the end because it leaves scars in your soul and body. Anyway, anyway, so NASA reached out to my school and wanted to partner for internships, but they weren't sure that we deserved to be partnered with. So they kind of kept it on the down low, and they were like, can you send us like the resumes of your like best 3D students for us to see if we want them? And so I, of course, I heard of this news and I sent in my resume. There was a competition. I got in. There was a competition for the intern competition where we had 1 month, I believe it was 1 month, to model a PLSS. We called it the PLIS. It's the primary life support system for the astronauts. It's like basically the backpack they use, right? Super easy. Let me show you guys what that looks like. It's this. It's this backpack. Literally, that's it. Okay? But when I applied for the internship, I only had like 6 months of 3D, or like maybe 8 months of 3D to back it up. So I knew nothing, basically. Like, I knew nothing Jon Snow style. I didn't know what good unwrap was supposed to look like. I didn't know how to texture in Substance Painter. I created all my textures inside Modo. It was just a whole mess, right? So that's part of why I like lost sleep and stuff. I was just trying to catch up to all this knowledge that I didn't have. My school wasn't really good at preparing us for the real world. That became extremely apparent during this internship. But I'll be damned if I let that slow me down. If anything, like, it just catapulted me. Look at that face just kind of up close. And so I learned a lot of those things. And so what was happening is, after the 1 month competition was basically over, the guy would give us a critique. Each one of us would get a private critique with him on a Friday night, and then have the weekends to bring in our final submissions. And so I sit in a room, like in a dark room, with all the other people that were in the competition, and he would call out one by one of us to come get this critique. And I was the last one, the second to last one, actually. And when everybody would come back with a smile on their face and be like, he was so nice, it was great, I loved it. He just pointed out a couple things that were bad, but, you know, I'm really happy with my results. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I have nothing to be scared of. I walk in for my critique, and this guy, I was 19 at this time, 19 at this time. This guy rips my work, like, destroys it. No, like, doesn't say sorry, doesn't say anything. He's just like, Anna, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this for you. You're not even in the running. This is just that bad. And I'm like, oh no. I'm trying, like, not to cry in front of this guy. I know when you asked for NASA stuff, you meant, like, overall, like, what you did at NASA, but, you know, I was trying not to crying in front of this guy who was, like, our NASA boss. And he was like, this UV, it's not even usable. What were you thinking? This is not how you do UVs. And I'm like, how am I supposed to do it? Can you tell me how to make it better? And he's like, I can't tell you that. And I'd be like, this is so unhelpful. And like I'm trying to keep it all together, right? 19 years old, freaking out, foot's kind of shaking a little bit, you know, under the table. And I had worked so hard at that point to get to that point. But I memorized every single thing that he said was wrong with my model. Rude or not, you know. Every single thing that he said, he was like, texture looks a little bit dark here. There's a shadow that I don't like right here. Actually, all the shadows, take them out. This little topology thing looks bad. UV crap. And so I got back to the room, and all the other people in the competition were like, "How did yours go?" And I was like, "It was great. It was 100%. However great yours was, mine was great too. Yeah, totally." And so I sat down and would pick up a notebook, like trying to hold back my tears. And I write down each and every single thing that he said was wrong with it. Each one, like all of them, even the stuff that I didn't understand at the time. And I go home and I call my boyfriend at the time and I'm like, "I need a burger right now." And he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Just listen to me, I need a burger." And so he comes by and we go get burgers, and I sit there with like a huge burger in my hand, like kind of trying to eat my depression away. And I just like start sobbing into it because I had been holding my tears back. 19 years old, again, I feel like I need to say that because that shit doesn't happen anymore. Nowadays I'd be like, "Interesting feedback, thank you." I cry into this burger, and my ex-boyfriend was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, God, I guess I just had to work really hard this weekend." So I sit down, and I remember AWOL Nation had just released their latest album at the time. So I sit down in my old ass, like, really bad apartment in college, and I just, like, kind of cry and work all weekend. I'm pretty sure I didn't sleep that whole weekend. I fixed everything. I changed every single thing that I could possibly change. Basically, I redid half of the work that I had done for those 30 days on the weekend. And I was supposed to submit like at 8 a.m. on Monday. So I submitted, and the guy's like, and I just kind of like crossed my fingers. The guy's not there. And then at like 6 p.m. after like I was finally catching up on sleep, I get a message, and it's like, "Congratulations!" It was a message to every single person in the competition. It was like, "Congratulations, Anna Carolina is the winner." And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, you won first place. Congratulations! You won the first place NASA internship contest. Congrats!" And I was like, "The fuck? 2 days ago you told me I wasn't in the running, but I'll take it." And then I got rewarded and all these shits. I got a bunch of shit. That's the story of how I had the worst weekend ever, but also won a competition that really mattered in my life. So you're welcome for that story nobody asked for. He said it was unrecognizable, and I was like, that's when I kind of turned on for the industry. I was like, this isn't about my artistic ego as an individual. This is about me as an artist to fulfill other people's and companies' needs for art. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then like after that, like everything's gone so much more smoothly. We all have to get that shock right as we're starting, like that like scare that kind of turns us on, and we're like, oh shit, I'm a professional. I gotta act a certain way. I gotta be like a certain way. You know, sounds like a horror story. Vihirata, maybe he told you this just to scare you. Maybe. I think he might have been harsh on me because he wanted me to do better. Of course, you know, he wasn't harsh on me because he wanted me to cry all weekend, even though it happened. If I ever see that guy in real life, I'm gonna give him like the stink eye and also thank him. Both at the same time. It's gonna be really awkward. He's gonna get lots of mixed signals. Dame Linko, because you use criticism into benefit. Yes, that's like one of the biggest things you can learn as an artist, is to use critiques and criticism to grow. You know, like, because at the beginning, this is natural. We all have egos, and we're all we're all a little bit too proud, you know? Too proud of our work. A little bit defensive. I wasn't defensive at the... Because I was pushover. I still am a little bit. We all get a little bit defensive. But well, the more you get, like, basically shat on, honestly, the more you learn to just let it go and kind of almost trust people's judgments. Because especially if there are clients like that, you know, it matters what they think. I know a lot of people who went to school with me who still have the mindset of, like, you hate my work, therefore you must hate me. It's personal. Rah, I'm gonna beat you up and hate you forever if you said that my shadows are too dark in this render. It's never personal. Thomas, that is so cool. You redid it and kicked its ass. That attitude is more important over the long run, that nailing something right off, because no one can nail it right off all the time. Yeah, exactly. It's all about listening, right? You gotta listen, you gotta be open. That's when my ego went away. It was that weekend. Well, not that weekend. It was that Monday right after the weekend. My ego had gotten destroyed over the weekend, but it kind of like the artistic pride thing went away. Joanna Good, I got the kind of shock last week. A friend of mine chewed me a new one, got me motivated, and all sorts of good things have happened to me since that day because he did that. That's awesome, Joanne. That's really good. See, rejection can be used to propel us forward. Like, another wake-up call that I got was right before I was graduating. I applied, of course. I used my, like, dumb college portfolio with, like, drawings in it and shit. You know, like how... Yeah, no offense. Like, some portfolios are just really bad. Mine was very, very, very bad. All over the place. Just every homework and project I did in college in there. Gosh, I'm so ashamed. Still. Okay, not ashamed, but anyway. Sorry, I'm getting off track. I turned that into like a real professional company who was looking for AAA artists here in Houston, and obviously got rejected in about 15 seconds flat. And knowing that kind of like really helped me in the next 6 months when I was about to graduate and like graduated and stuff. It was very interesting how that worked, right? Like, I thought I was invincible, but then they turned me down so easily, and I was like, wait, maybe I'm not that good. And then I went over my portfolio with friends and deleted everything out of it except for like the main stuff, and then like immediately got a job. Sometimes less is more too. I'm gonna hands free because I haven't in a while. Spacey, I think it's easier to give harsh critique to people whose work is better, and harder to give good constructive critique to people whose work is kind of beginner. I feel like for me it's not difficult, but for me it's more like, you know what is difficult? When people's knowledge hasn't caught up to your what you're saying, which is super normal. So that's the only difficult part for me. I try to be as kind as possible when I'm giving critique. I've only been harsh once, and the guy cried. German David, hi. Ethics or other way around where you feel your work isn't good enough. Evan Ross Nate, I went to an art school for college. I know all about criticism. It's fucking terrible and awesome all at the same time. I feel your pain so much. Yeah. Nowadays I don't care so much. Like, I do art on the internet, you know, like I've built up a thick skin, I should say. There's only one kind of criticism I don't appreciate. It's just like what I call art director criticism, which isn't actually about like the quality of art more than art direction. Like, if you do a character with blonde hair and somebody's like, it looks bad because it doesn't have pink hair, like, that's art direction. That's not actual like art criticism. Then like 5 years of studio architectural degree gets you used to criticism. I'll tell you all about my first critique sometime. Definitely, Dan Blinko. I would like to hear that. Even Osnay, that's cool that you did and nailed it. Yes. Oh, I feel like I'm getting some, like, I feel like on Twitch I might be a little bit late, but yeah, did I already? Inspiring, I have hope. I know, Retroplastic writes. It's all about, it's like, those wake-up calls are just part of the journey. Them, Portfolios with portrait studies. Oh my god, portfolios with figure drawings next to hard surface models, next to like lighting studies in Unreal, next to character art. Jim, if you are in Houston, please come to CitizenCon in Austin on October. What's that like? What is that about? Jesse, wait, you made someone cry? Yes, I did. Okay, so it's a more complicated story than just making a guy cry. So we were looking to hire artists at my company, and all the artists that we hire have to go through me. And this boy, who shall remain unnamed, from the same school I went to, apparently we kind of like crossed over a little bit. So like we were both there at the same time for some time. He applied for the company with like, I might be rude saying this. I'm trying to be positive, but like a very, 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 very unprofessional portfolio. Like it had mock-ups of like iOS games that were just like horrible drawings with like, you know in Photoshop how you can have like little brushes that are like little stamps instead of drawings for like a 3D artist position. It was just so bad. It was, I can't even explain. Like his art, I don't want to be mean, his art looked like my arts from when I was 5 years old. Not like to diss, but it's true. I'm not joking. It was bad. Okay, so I turned this guy down very politely. I'm like, I'm sorry, your portfolio is just not there yet. I gave him a bunch of like a little bit of like tips on how to improve. But I was like, no, this is not, you're not ready yet. You know, finish college, put more time into your portfolio. Well, we didn't hire anybody yet, and then like 2 months later, same guy applies again, pretending he didn't, like pretending it's the first time. Same exact guy, same exact portfolio. He's like, hi, nice to meet you, I'm here to apply. And I'm like, is this guy lying? Like is he trying to trick me? Like, do you think I forgot his portfolio? I can't forget his portfolio. It's seared into my brain. Like, I can't forget it. Does he think I forgot? And so I messaged him. Like, I actually messaged him like on LinkedIn or whatever, where he had already added me. And I was like, hey, come. I run the Houston Unreal meetups. And so I was like, come to the meetup. We'll sit down and have a talk about your portfolio, and I'll give you critiques if you want so. And he's like, yeah, totally, I really need critiques. So he comes to the meetup, and I'm like, let's start with your portfolio review. But first, tell me something. Have you already applied here before and got rejected 2 months ago? And he was like, no. And I'm like, it's totally okay. People do that all the time. You don't have to lie about it. But you lying about it makes me think you're very dishonest. I didn't say that out loud. That's just my mindset. Like, how can you tell me, the person who you emailed, like I have the emails, both emails. He emailed me directly, both times. Like, that's the problem. No, I swear I did not apply. I have your email applying, and I have my email back to you saying no. I honestly have here the email I sent you to the same email rejecting you. Very politely. So I'm like, give me a second. I bring in my lead VR developer, who's like one of my best friends. I mean, he doesn't know that, but I really like him. And I'm like, I need you to sit here and back me up on this one. So I'm like, okay, let's go through your portfolio. Why do you have this drawing here? Why do you have this and that? Like, do you know anything about topology? Have you ever heard that word? This boy, he was about to graduate. 40 days from this point. Okay, so he was about to graduate. And I asked him basic questions about 3D art that he just could not respond to. I was like, Okay, so how did you make your normal map for this piece? And I'd be like, okay, so what kind of, I don't know, like, it was just really basic stuff. It's been so long now. He just didn't know what he was talking about at all, and I felt bad for him. But like, my school that I went to was very bad, and it kind of like didn't really prepare anybody for that real world, so I kind of sympathized. But like, his level was like a new low, because you are able to learn by yourself. Like, all my knowledge is like obtained on the internet for free, basically, on YouTube or whatever, you know, even though I do have a full degree. He could have done something. And he was getting very uncomfortable. And I'm like, you know, maybe this can be this guy's shock. I was still being very polite, by the way. I am not, like, I try to be as polite as possible at all times. And I go, okay, so you're graduating in like 40 days. Why aren't you dedicating yourself more? Why aren't you trying to learn these things? I can make you a list of things to learn before you graduate, or right after, that can help your chances of getting a job. Because with this portfolio, you really can't. You really can't. Like, that's a dream that's dead right now. Right now. I didn't say that either. I never tell people if their dream is dead. Only behind their back, I guess. Shit. And he's like, I don't have time. I don't have time to learn anything. I don't have time to redo any progress or redo any pieces or make any new ones. And I'm like, why don't you have time? And he's like, because I'm a full-time student. And I'm like, that's the point. You have time. Do you work? And he's like, no. And I'm like, do you have children? Are you married? He's like, no. And I'm like, I deeply don't understand. I point to the VR lead by next to me, and I'm like, this guy went to he got a job. He made a 3D art portfolio without ever having gone to college, by himself, learning on YouTube, having a family, and working like 50 hours a week remotely. Like, not remotely, like away from his family. Like, he used to work in warehouses for oil and gas. He used to travel 5 days a week, and he still got an amazing portfolio to show for it. When I was in college, I was doing full-time, plus working, plus doing internships. I had 2 jobs, actually. I had 2 jobs while I was in college at the same time, while about to graduate, and I was doing classes and getting A's and working on my portfolio. And I was like, you're not gonna get any sympathy from either of us because of all these reasons that I just listed. And this boy starts to cry, and I'm like, did I say something wrong? I'm literally just telling him that he has no excuses for not to be working. And upon further digging, we found out that he spent all his free time playing games. And I can't help him. I can't help him. I don't know why we said the story. Somebody asked me for the story, right? About how I made the boy cry. He started crying. I'll never forget this. In the middle of the meetup, in front of 1,000 people I knew from the Houston game industry. My foot fell asleep. People are rolling on the floor because he lied to me right to my face. Hello, do you know which brush that you must use for sculpting and detailing? There are 1,000 brushes for you, but sculpting I like move, snake hook, clay buildup for me. And for detailing I like Damien standards and anything that has an alpha. You can apply alphas to any brush and do some detailing. That's pretty cool. Jonatty good. That's sad. If you went to college, was a full-time student, didn't have to work, and still didn't get anything out of all of that. I know. Just embarrassed. I would never tell someone their dream is dead only behind their back. I'm cracking up. I wish I was a full-time student. I don't miss those times because, like, honestly, as a full-time student, like, I got told that my dream was dead. Not to my back, to my front, no less. So, having come from Brazil, I was an international student. And in order to get and obtain and keep a job in the United States, I had to get a work visa. And the whole time I was in college, every single teacher told me, Anna, the only way you're gonna get to stay in the United States and pursue your dream is if you're the best of the best of the best. because that's the only way to earn a work visa. Work visas are expensive, and they don't just give them away. You have to be that good. Which is not a lie. But also, like, that crushed me. Like, I didn't have the same odds as all the other kids in college because they could leave and they could just take 6 months, a year, 2 years to find a job in the game industry. But I had a rule, being an international student, that I had 90 days. As an international student, you need to get a job in your industry in 90 days or you have to go home. And I was like, yeah, my dream is dead. My dream's gotta be dead. But then I found a job in 30 days. I guess it worked out. Stacey, he really needed to learn that lesson sooner than later. Honestly, I don't know if I taught him any lessons. I don't know if one thing went in one ear and out the other. Eddie, how are you? Thank you so much, Eddie. That's so kind of you. No excuse, estúpido. Eziel, Ana tinha pedido pra você avaliar meu portfólio quando eu tivesse mais trabalhos, mas sabe, acho melhor deixar pra lá. Besteira. Guys, don't be scared of asking me for portfolio reviews, by the way. That story was not to make anybody scared. I still do those whenever you need them. I feel like I've been talking so much and not working enough. I still do those whenever you need them. Just message me. But that was an extreme case of a man who at first lied to me to my face and then proceeded to tell me that he didn't have time to work on his portfolio even though he was a full-time student and had no other responsibilities. And I gotta say, in art school, in our art school that I went with him, the last like 6 months is just portfolio work. Like, all the classes are like portfolio 1 and 2, portfolio for games, portfolio for this and that, where you literally work on your portfolio. How could you not have time to work on your portfolio if you're in portfolio class? Ed, tava escrevendo em inglês, nem sabia que era brasileiro. Excelente trabalho, representa nós. Mês sim, mês não, eu faço live aqui nesse canal em português, pra quem quer saber. Yeah. So, the takeaway from that story is if you want me to review your portfolio, just let me know and I'll do that. Also, I just posted all my links in chat in case you want to find me, give me a follow, send me a message, comments, whatever, you know, and I will respond to you guys. Catch up, get updates on my stream. By the way, I have my own Twitch channel where I stream 3 times a week, usually ZBrush, and they're really fun. I think they're really fun streams, so please feel free to follow me. I'd greatly appreciate it. The username is right there, right here, Ana Carolina _arts. My art station's right here too, Ana Carolina Pereira, which is my name. Seguindo agora, yes, Ed, obrigada. I speak Portuguese and English, so I do streams in both. All my streams are bilingual. Some streams are only in Portuguese because I want to give you guys your opportunity to talk as much as you want to. Você é brasileira, what the fuck? Ty, I was like, this name is a Brazilian name. Jesse, I'm too scared you'll make me cry now. You don't need a portfolio review. Not from me. But we ended up hiring an artist, and he's really good. At my work. Really happy. He can do so much work so fast. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Makes my life easier. Alright, I should probably start working on some other parts of the body, right? Because I feel like I've been working on this for years. Spacey, is it 5 minutes to your birthday? If you want to get roasted, hip it up, boss Anna. I'm a very nice person, I promise. Damn, Linka, they are a fun, great community. I think so. The community is amazing. Tarindu, hello Anna, how are you doing? From Tokyo. Tarindu, I'm doing great. Having a really good night. It's just been really fun to be here. Guys, by the way, if you have any questions, ask, because I don't really have anything planned for these streams. So like, if you want to hear about a topic, if you see me doing something that you want to know more about, you know, please let me know. I'm gonna work on these little side, I call them, in my head I call them side pebbles, but I know that's not the right name for this. These side pebbles right here. I should write my own book on anatomy terms and just like make up all of them. Spacey, 5 minutes to your birthday. You're gonna be 25. How exciting. A gente pode falar um pouco sobre o pipeline. Sempre vi muitos artistas modelando com múltiplas divisões e para mim parece ser muito maçante. Muitas divisões é importante. É importante para você poder ter um modelo bem limpo e bem detalhado. Usar só Dynamesh ou Sculptress não é a coisa mais... Eu não sei explicar. Não é uma boa estratégia para todos. Dá pra escutar minha barriga. Então, para dizermos assim, para um personagem, minha pipeline é usar Sculptress Pro para fazer o blockout. Botar todos os pedacinhos, todos os dedinhos, todas as escamas e tal. Não escamas. Narizinho. Tudo com Sculptress Pro. Depois eu faço um Zero Mesher. Usando os Zero Mesher Guides. Que dá pra guiar a topologia usando isso. E depois eu faço o Zero Mesher e crio várias subdivisões. Duplicando, claro, para ter o original do Dynamesh. E depois eu faço uma projeção para pro novo, com várias subdivisões, ficar parecido com o antigo. E aí eu começo a modelar, tipo, detalhes e tal, porque quando você usa subdivisões, você tem muito mais controle sobre a peça. Então você pode fazer, por exemplo, mudanças grandes e pequenas, sem uma afetar a outra. Depois que eu termino no ZBrush, eu mando pro Maya pra fazer retopologia, depois fazer UV, ou no Maya ou no Modo. E aí eu faço as texturas, o Bake no Marmoset ou no Substance Painter. E aí eu faço as texturas no Substance Painter. Ray, hi! Wonderland Dreams, I love that wide smile this creature has. Makes you want to smile back, doesn't it? Isn't this like a nice heartwarming creature? I think so. It makes me happy. I know that when I'm depressed, I work on this creature. It helps. It helps. Especially when I'm working on the face, like it's contagious. It's just it's very it's just nice to work on. I don't know. Very sweet creature. I kind of want one, like a Mata turtle. Pebbles nice and defined, and then go back in here and then like take off all these gross bumps and add better gross bumps, like more purposefully gross. Yeah. Going down to a lower subdivision to get a better smooth. De nada. Using clay buildup, I'm going to like build up around these. Damn, Linko, that's my face when someone brings donuts to the office. Damn, Linko, the best part of any day is if somebody brings donuts to the office. Woohoo, donuts. We, my office is near a donut shop, and it's very dangerous. Like, it's a 1-minute walk to the donut shop. And I'm like, oh god, this is the beginning. This is how obesity happens. It's just a slippery slope. One day your work is next to the donut shop, next day you weigh 500 pounds. Don't even see time going by. Vieira, você dá dicas sobre portfólio? Eu dou sim. Normalmente em particular. Me manda mensagem caso você queira que eu olhe seu portfólio. Começar a enviar para as empresas no fim do ano. Sim, você pode mandar para mim, eu posso dar uma olhada. E dicas e tal. Ou então posso dar dicas em geral, caso seja isso que você queira. Tipo, não sobre a sua portfólio em si, mas sobre portfólios. Remember, it's also Artagon's birthday. Oh my god, I wish he was here. Sing you both happy birthday. What about Sparkles? He was here, like, oh, he's right here in his bed, actually. Right in bed. Vihi, não manda por aqui não, manda em particular. Ou pelo Discord, idealmente, ou por mensagem. Eu vou postar oi aqui na chat pra você ver a minha conta, Ana Carolina Arts. Bem aqui pra você mandar pra mim por mensagem. Family, our new office is going to be next to a pizza shop, a tea room, and an Italian restaurant. I'm gonna gain 400 pounds a month after we move in. I know what's happening to me right now. We're also next to a Japanese restaurant that gives you free food when you order your food. It's like, oh, you ordered a lunch combo? Well, here's a free side salad, a free appetizer, a free dessert. Do you want some coffee with that? Oh my god. Yes, please. All of it. Zionix. Hi Anna, congrats for your work. Are you using mouse or Wacom? I'm using a Wacom tablet. It's Intuos Art Medium is what it's called. Tô nessas barbas de tartaruga e imaginando se é difícil fazer. Não muito. Existe uma coisa chamada VDM brushes, que é tipo, você cria uma e é muito bom. Tipo, já usou? I'm gonna try something else with these. I'm gonna make a pretty harsh Damien standard line. I kind of want these to really stand out. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna select just this part. That was my cat choking a little bit. Going to Tool. Display property. Tool, display properties, double. And when you do that, you can see your mesh from the inside, which is amazing to use. My favorite use of this is using the pinch brush to pinch from the inside, create a very, very clean, like, pinch. See the before and after? It's just the best, most amazing feeling. See that nice clean line. And it really helps, like, make it pop, make it a little bit tighter, you know. This is really good for wrinkles, and it's good for butts, believe it or not. I'm not even saying that to be funny, like, I have a problem with butts. I'm never getting the crack to close all the way. Gosh, I don't even know if I should talk about that. But that's in 3D arts, we're character artists, we understand that you need to do different parts of the body. So I always get that little gap So if you go inside, from the inside, you can pin shit closed. It's great. Oh god, I'm gonna get kicked out of this channel. Thomas, everything's bigger in Texas. They're just real proud of that. I guess they're just trying to Americanize you. They succeeded. Wonderland. I always feel like such a rebel with my old beaten down in 203, but I love it to death. I used to have a bamboo, which was like one of the first ones that they put out. Which brings me back to college stories. When I was in college, some fellow students stole my computer bag and stole everything I had that mattered to me, including that Wacom tablet, the bamboo. It's okay. I bought another one, better one. They stole my laptop too, but then I was able to get them to give it back. Got very lucky with that. Very extremely lucky. Aprendiz técnica com grande Rafa Souza. Nuggets, eu tô nas fraldas ainda, então não conheço o brush. Perguntei por curiosidade. No, don't clip it. It's just a tip, you know? We all need a little bit of help sometimes. Pause while talking about butt crack. It happens. Guys, I'm going to go pretty soon, but not yet. I'm having a good time making these little things. Stark Stefan, how are you doing? Still not clean enough though. It's gonna look so much better once it has like detailing and any sort of scales. I know your channel, please. My channel? Like, are you asking for my channel link? Joe Bruno, I had a bamboo. Wacom Pro Medium is nicer, but I swear these tips seem to wear quite fast. I haven't switched mine for like, maybe I should, maybe that's the problem. Jesse Barrett, what's the studio you work? Also, fuck these people who stole your stuff. Not cool. I know, right? I've never been more angry in my life. I stormed the whole school. I broke into every single classroom trying to look for it. Did not find it, and then it was just very sad. Few days. Like, okay, fun fact. When they stole my laptop, I didn't have any backups of any of my files, and it was about 30 days till graduation. So my whole portfolio, including all like the pictures to like post anywhere, all the renders and all like the marmoset files and stuff were all there, and I didn't have backups. That's when I learned to make backups. But yeah, they stole that. It's 30 days till graduation. I work at a studio called HTX Labs. It's a small VR studio. We make serious games, trainings, usually corporate stuff. For the corporate worlds. I actually love it. Like, I really like doing what I do. And I'm getting a promotion, yay. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. Okay. I'm about to level up. Oh my goodness. There's gonna be a lot of work that needs to be done. I feel like today's work, I don't know, I don't feel like I work my best. I don't think I do my best work on a Friday night. Like, Friday night's a little bit rough. Pixelogic deixa pôr música de fundo, mas não pode. Tem que ser toda sempre música sem copyrights. E pra mim, música sem copyrights não vale nem a pena. Wonderland, I just like the drawing surface of the Intuos 3. Never tried newer ones, but always returned them within a day. Really? Oh, I tried, but newer ones. Very interesting. Did you check out the link I posted about? No, I didn't. Did not check. I don't usually click links, so I didn't even think about it. I clicked it this time, though. Citizen Con. I've never played or been interested by Star Citizen. I don't know if this is the place for me. I can watch it live. Very interesting, though. I love Austin. Austin's a good time. Like, Houston is a very boring place to live, so Austin is like my getaway. Daggett, eu escuto funk na minha stream, inclusive. Dan, I'm glad I saw you on Pixelogic. Felt bad missing your streams this week. Been so busy and sick. But well and caught up. Oh my god, you got sick? Spacey! Happy birthday! I forgot to say happy birthday. I was like, is it your birthday yet? But I forgot to say happy birthday. How mean am I? Oh, happy birthday, Spacey. I'm very happy for you. I hope you enjoy it as much as you can, okay? Have a great night. So, okay, let's take that off and go down to the division. We need help. Oh. With time, patience, and love, anything can turn out pretty. Beautiful or very professional. You gotta keep pushing. And sometimes you gotta go a lower subdivision. I'm sure they are hiring. Star Citizen? I'm not looking for a job. Love my job. Although today I sort of got offered something today for like a bazillion times more what I make. I was like, shh. My whole life is turning upside down. I don't know what I like anymore. I don't know who I am anymore. Getting this book award winner in crowdfunding, $180 million. Damn. Damn, what's their secret? Should definitely be using lazy mouse for this. I don't have a very firm hand when it comes to straight lines at all. about to do my most favorite part that I was looking forward to the most. Going in with like a... Oh, I should probably, first of all, create a new layer for this. Add it to my layer monster that I've done. Let's all ignore the fact that that is not organized. You had your DSLR stolen in Houston? These mongrels. Wait, vandals. I don't know. What's the right word that I'm looking for? People who don't care about others' well-beings. Like, you don't steal things from a college student, even though they were college students. Like, they shouldn't. They should understand. If anything, they should sympathize with my struggle. And just not steal my things, you know? Use Dynamesh and sculpting or stay in subdivision. So I created the base with Dynamesh and then I went to subdivision. Digital Starships. They have a studio in Austin, Texas. Are you a 3D artist? Would you work for them? Chimbasset HQ in LA though. They have studios in Frankfurt, Germany, as well as England. If they want to go take me to Germany, you know, I won't say no. Eddie, have a good night, okay? Itai, will you be copying the front legs to the back ones when you're done with all the detail? I think so. I think I'll be, and then like editing. Jesse Barat's Weather Workshop is always looking for amazing talent like yourself. How did this become a job board? We're 3D artists. Everywhere we go is a job board. We love jobs. We love boards. What's not to like? Well, that's very flattering. Thank you for saying that. Weta is like... very interesting place. Oh, it seems to be anyway. I've never been. But fascinating. Oh, did the stream go down for a second there? Did I notice a snag? This looks fine though. Not a 3D artist, more photographer, videographer. Oh, okay. I feel like I've been through so much trouble to get a USA visa. That definitely would leave though. I was born to live around the world. Like, it's just something that I've been doing since I was young. I'll keep doing it. Maybe I'll leave that for after. You've messed with the art your whole life. Austin is closer. Plus, I know people in Austin too. Austin might be my next place when I decide that I don't want to be in Houston anymore. Although, like, I would like to go somewhere less Texan. California, New Zealand, England. Not Seattle. Maybe Seattle. I've never been to Seattle. It's too soon to tell. Iziel, I have watched Lord of the Rings behind the scenes that shows Weta working so much times and still love that. They are like groundbreakers when it comes to that stuff. We have a lot of respect. We have a lot of respect for them. Sorry guys if I haven't been making enough progress today. It's just my brain's fried. It's been a long week. I need to take a moment off to myself. I didn't have like full consecutive 2 hours off this week or anything like that because I work all the time, work all day, work all night. By Friday is like my sleep day, or Friday night is my least sleep moment. And then Saturday I sleep till like 1 p.m. to catch up. Jim, you like making creatures. CIG need help building their bio on. You know, what I really want to do is learn procedural modeling so that I can make like procedural trees. I think that would be a very good way to spend my time. Jim, you're going to Seattle in October. What you gonna do there? Then how long did it take? This model? I'm not sure. So far, like 6 hours, eight. No, way more than 6 hours. But I've only been streaming it. It's not a fair estimates because when you stream stuff, it takes forever to make it. Because you're talking, you get distracted, you get caught up in conversation, you feel nervous that people are watching, so you go real slow. At least that's what I do. Liska, what is your dream job or dream studio? So I used to like think that it would be the dream to work for like a AAA game company, but I didn't realize that honestly jobs are jobs, you know? And that I didn't want my ambition to be based on somebody else's decisions. Kind of like I didn't want my success to be measured by whether or not I got hired at a AAA company or whatever. I want to my dream job is to work. I don't want to say like work for myself because that's very like typical, but I have some plans in the works already, and my dream is for the plans to go well. I had good skin touches organic first stream seeing you work. You are so clever and talented from now on. I'm your fan. Oh, Edward, you're so sweet. Thanks for hanging out with us the whole stream too. Oh, I feel so good now. CitizenCon will be at the Long Center. They're building with Lumberyard by Amazon. Free software though. And you have a girlfriend in Seattle. Are you gonna move there? This guy, me too. 3 years of solid crunch of VFX studio called that dream. Exactly, like if I had to put my dream on a job, it would be a job that pays me well, treats me well with respect, doesn't take advantage of me, and that it just feels good to go to in the morning. So it doesn't really have to be linked to a name. I don't really get that satisfaction from the name as much as people usually do. Not anymore, anyway. But yeah, I just want like fair treatments, you know, to feel good, because life is too short. And I keep hearing all these horror stories about AAA companies, you know. This one makes people come in every weekend, or the other one that apparently has a sexist work culture, company culture, I should say. Like, we're always hearing these things. Like, why would that be my dream? But of course, like, I will probably, at the same time, big companies like that are like validators of our career, right? So, like, if you can get into that, that means you've made it kind of like in the public eye. So that's the good part, the best part. Oh, no, not the best part, definitely not. That's one of the parts to take into consideration. Gosh, I don't know why I'm going on this tangent. Everybody has different opinions. Yeah, EA has a bad rep. And it's dangerous, you get addicted to only one watch. That's not true. CG Project Red would be awesome. They do have, I believe they have one studio, smaller studio here. At least they do events and stuff out of that studio. Not here in Houston, here in the United States. Artists nowadays are just too competitive. That's true. A lot of people make it harder for others. Retexturing gets more money. She's never been in the East Coast, but we both want to take a vacation together to Ireland. Ireland is so pretty. Your studio that lets me wear a bikini and provides me with a tan while working. Sounds like you need to be a Victoria's Secret model. Cloud Imperium Games isn't a place to workplace to be in. They really respect their employees. That's always good. We should unionize. Okay, let me stretch. Dante, didn't realize you hired me and now are my art director. How exciting. That face is super decked out. I need to get the rest of the body decked out just like that. The Witcher is going to be produced as live-action show on Netflix starring Henry Cavill. That's amazing. I heard about that. He's perfect for the part, and also just a good guy. I'm really excited for that. Witcher is my favorite game of all time. All time, guys. Like I deeply love The Witcher. on my own personal stream, I play Witcher music every day. I'm sure people are starting to get tired of that by now, but I love it so much. We just like sculpt to the Witcher soundtrack. That face can be a meme, isn't it adorable? ZBrush, I think it depends on also not where you work, but also what you're working on day to day. Shitty projects are always hard to get up and go to work on regardless of the company. Like what kind of shitty projects? Is it like just stuff that doesn't interest you personally, or stuff that you think is not gonna go anywhere, or... Mortarfish, thank you so much for coming by. And have a good night, okay? The set. You can't attend Citizen Con, you can come to the Bar Citizen, that would be happening as well. I'll let you know. So for a while I was playing, like it's still at the beginning, playing The Witcher, I kept calling him Gerard instead of Geralt. And I kind of still call him that whenever he does something stupid. That smile needs to be an emote on your stream. You think so, Wonderland Dreams? I might do that. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Right now, all my emotes are just pictures of my cat. Because he's adorable. He deserves it. Scott's Pappy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. How you doing? Sigh. So what I had done for the skin texture, which I should probably apply to the arm so that it matches, was the blob brush with spray on there. Basically it. Its own layer. I'm gonna test this out. I don't know. Too strong. Wait. Of course, I can always turn the layer down. Like that more. I don't know which one's which. No. Friday night sculpting, really fun. And tiring, but yeah, it's really fun for me. Sculpting is like a good... Sculpting is very, relaxing, therapeutic. Michel, boa noite e parabéns pelo trabalho. Tenho uma dúvida. Eu salvo o modelo em FBX texturizado com a função Wrap, tudo certo? Mas no Paint 3D View do Windows não mostra. É a textura. O problema, Michel, provavelmente é que você não fez um... Você fez um Unwrap aqui no UV Master. No UV Master tem uma... Você tem que fazer um unwrap para poder ver em qualquer outro lugar as texturas. Yeah, I do have a cat. Jessie Barats. Actually, I have a camera for my cats too. He heard cat and now he's getting up. Wait, I have a camera for my cat. There he is. That's literally my cap right now, live on stream. I've never done this before on Pixelogic. High five. Oh. This is Sparkles. He is adorable. He's licking me. Stop it. It's about time I introduced him to this channel. Anyway, bye Sparkles. Kinsey, how long did it take you to do this? So Kinsey, it's been about like 4 streams, which is like 12 hours, but it doesn't totally translate to real time because streaming makes me slow. Makes everybody slow, to be honest. I shouldn't feel bad. It's the thing that happens. Streaming makes very slow. Not everybody. Some people are still fast, but you know. A cubed is still fast. Don't know how she does it. Need to ask her for her secrets one day. And now my cat has come up here. What language was that? That was Portuguese. He's like, please don't leave me. Please. Please no. Jim. Spark Scam. I know, right? I've never brought Spark Scam here to this channel. Probably shouldn't either. Alright, isn't he cute? I don't know if I like any of this that I've worked on today. Probably just gonna rework this tomorrow and make it 1,000 times better, but like offline. Rescue or stray? What's the difference? It sounds like both would be rescued, right? If it's a stray and you bring it home. Actually, he was... The family that had him before me found him at the pound. And he had been abandoned by some other family. And then when they gave it to me, I just got him as a gift kind of thing. May I see the whole sculpt, please? Yes. So this is the raw whole sculpt. It's not done yet, as is obvious by my lack of doneness. Back legs are completely neglected. Shell pretty neglected. Yes. From the bottom, side, from the top. Just little by little, I'll get something done. I also have it in Marmoset tool bag, all rendered and stuff. Dante, this is a blob brush with but I don't think I like it. It worked well for the head. I don't know if it works well for this area. So messy. I don't think I'm done with the base yet to go to this point. Definitely gonna have to work on this tomorrow. You can see me cringing while I look at it. That's, you know, I don't really like the thing I'm working on, is what I'm like. But yeah, guys, it is 11:40, and I'm supposed to finish this at 11, so I'm 40 minutes over time. Because I was having a good time. You can see I've been streaming for sculpting for maybe like 4 years, but I took a 1-year break. Lauren Vern, you are late. You are a little bit late. I'm about to finish, but you know, I will be back next Friday. Just in case you guys want to catch again, next Friday I'll be here Bring snacks. Let me post my links once again in these different chats. Wrong. Please feel free to reach out to me on social media, give me a follow, comments, whatever, you know. I'll respond to any questions or anything that you want to talk to me about. Reach out, you know. Feel free to do so. All my links are right there. I have the links are all, the names is also right here in the screen down here. Anna Carolina Arts, a full name Anna Carolina Pereira. I have ArtStation, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. On my own Twitch channel, I stream 3 times a week. All ZBrush, mostly, like 95% ZBrush. Did I already post all the links? No, I have not posted on Facebook. All the links are out. But hang on, because I'm gonna get you guys a invite to the official Pixel. Oh, I can't do that. Discord's not working today on my computer. Let me get you guys an invite to the Discord for official Discord for Pixelogic, which is an amazing place for you guys to go to network with industry professionals, people that work at Pixelogic and make ZBrush, people that stream on this channel. But I have to find the link first, so give me 1 second. I'm supposed to make my own Discord link, but I'll just use this one that's generalized. Let me see here. Well, let me give you guys this Discord invite. It's not the right one, but I can't get the right one. I'm trying. Promise. I'm trying. Here are the links to the Discord. Feel free to join. It's absolutely free if you know how Discord works. It's basically just like a chat server. And it's really cool, great place to network. Trust me on this one. I'm doing you a solid right now. The Discord is right there. Make sure to follow, like, whatever, all the Pixelogic channels that you're watching from right now. A lot of amazing artists stream on this channel. Tomorrow there's a brand new one streaming for the first time ever, I think. Either that next week. And please feel free to follow my personal Twitch accounts. I would love that. I stream there. Next stream is going to be on Sunday on my own Twitch account, Anna Carolina Arts, where it's somehow even more laid back environments with a lot of Witcher music, a little bit more swearing. Dante, if you want brushes, you can. There's plenty of artists that give them away for free online. Yes, I do plan on making him real time. Sorry, I'm not here when you're coming again. I'll be back on Friday nights next week. 8 p.m. Central Time, that's 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Jesse Barats, ever thought of using Keyshot for rendering your sculpts? I downloaded the Keyshot trial once, and I rendered something. But I haven't gotten around to, like, buying it yet. It wasn't a priority because I'm, like, so specialized in game rendering that, like, you know, Keyshot kind of fell behind priority-wise for, like, purchasing. Like, I have a software purchasing budget at any given time. But yeah, guys, so yeah, thank you all so much for coming, okay? Make sure to follow Pixelogic, tune in for all the other streamers. And yeah, just have a good weekend. I hope everybody's doing fine. If you're near the hurricane, stay safe. And have a good night. See you guys there, here back on Friday. See you guys on social media, Instagram, Twitter, ArtStation again, and my own Twitch. I even have YouTube now, but you know, don't follow that. It has zero things in it. Like I said, if or when you open an account with Robert's face in the streets, I will offer to get you a code. You really like Star Citizen. I like passionate people, so that's cool. I don't have time to take up any games, but if I go to the convention, I'll let you know. Guys, Boogerinos, thank you so much for coming. Bye, guys, everybody, thank you so much. You guys have been great company, and I will see you all Friday. Team, thank you for coming. Dante, have a good night.